Welcome back to the Chasing Happiness podcast, an honest podcast about finding happiness, what it really means, and the process of getting there. My name is Crystal, and today we're going to talk about Giving Tuesday. So I'm sure a few of you probably wondered why the podcast didn't go up yesterday. Today is December 1st, and it's Giving Tuesday. And so I thought rather than putting a podcast episode up yesterday, which was November 30th, I would wait and put an episode up today, because I think it's really important for us, especially this year, to talk about Giving Tuesday at least a little bit. There are a lot of people who are in a position where they need a little bit of extra help because of the year that we've had. There are a lot of people who have had to start to rely on food banks and community supports in order to get through. But I also think there are just a lot of people who need more emotional support this year, who need places to turn, whether it be a support helpline, whether it be friends or family. And I think it's really important for us to take a few minutes and actually reflect on that and be mindful of where we're spending our money this year, what places we can donate to that are helping, not just in our communities, but around our country, around the world, places that need the extra help this year because they're battling this pandemic along with us. Places like shelters that typically take in, whether it be homeless men and women, whether it be battered spouses and children, all of these places are trying to do their work and still battle the pandemic and still abide by the rules of social distancing and, keeping to all of the health standards that local governments have enforced. And it's hard for them to do that this year. It's costing them a lot more money. A lot of places haven't been able to do the typical fundraising that they do throughout the course of the year because of this pandemic. So they're also dealing with budgets that are half the size or a quarter of the size of what they typically would have, but they're seeing an increased need for services. I'm going to have an interview coming up in a couple of weeks with a charity here in the Niagara region that I didn't even know existed until just a couple of weeks ago, who gives lunches to school children in the area. And they've seen such an increase over the last 6 months of kids needing not just a warm meal, but needing emotional support, needing a lunch because sometimes it's the only full meal that they're getting in the course of a day. But obviously, because of the pandemic, a lot of people have lost the income that they would normally donate. A lot of people aren't in the position to give anymore. And so it's really important for those of us that do have even just a little bit, and we can give, whether it be financially or whether you can give your time. If you can do those things in a safe way, it's really important for us to do that this year. So I challenge you guys this week, especially today, whether you're listening to the podcast today on Giving Tuesday or whether you listen to it later this week, I challenge you to do a little bit of research. See what community supports you have in your city, in your town, in your region, in your province. See where the hurt is right now. What supports are out there? And if you can't give $2, but you can give 2 hours to write notes, do it. Try to donate something. If you can't give a couple of hours to write notes to seniors or to put in kids' lunches, maybe you can donate 5 or 10 minutes of your Facebook or your Instagram feed to promote it, to let people in your life know that this place exists and that they need help. It's really important this year. And I keep saying, as we sort of struggle through this year and try to find how this is all going to fit for us, I keep saying it's really more important now than ever for us to pay attention to all of these things. But there are a lot of people falling through the cracks right now. There are a lot of people who are struggling like we are, but they don't have a safe place to live or they don't have a warm meal at night. And it's a shame that as a world, we're not in the position to help everyone. But I guarantee you, there's at least one person you can help today. And Giving Tuesday isn't just about giving your money to a charity. It's about doing whatever you can to help out your community, your neighbors, your friends, your family. So if you don't have time and you don't have money, maybe you do have the ability to just check in on someone. Do something nice for someone who's nearby, whether that be a neighbor, whether that be, the local person at the grocery store, even something as simple as smiling and saying thank you. I know because we're all wearing masks that a lot of people have stopped smiling, and you can actually tell the difference. I smile and I say thank you to everyone who I meet when I do have to go out in public because it's hard. It's hard for our essential workers right now. A lot of them have continuously been working without steady days off. Even our garbage man, it's so difficult for them, just like it is for us, because they know they have to keep working, but they're putting their family and their friends at risk. But they're doing what they're doing because they care about their communities. So let's do what we can. Maybe put a sign on your lawn with, a cooler filled with water for your garbage people, or put a little drink in your mailbox with a letter for your mailman to say thank you. Anything you can do to spread a little bit of love and a little bit of kindness today on Giving Tuesday or throughout the rest of the year. It's really important for us to do that. So I hope this week that's what you guys focus on. And I hope you focus on being a little more kind to yourself as well. I know a lot of us are really hard on ourselves right now because so many people are struggling with so many different aspects of what's going on right now. So be kind to yourself. Give yourself a little bit of grace. We're doing the best that we can here. And if we remember that we are all in this together, no matter where we are in life, no matter what situation we're living through, we can still be kind and loving to everyone in our community. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Please do what you can for this Giving Tuesday. Even if it is just write a letter and put it in a neighbor's mailbox. Spread a little love and light. Have a great week, guys. I'll talk to you next week. Bye for now.